favorites for small business owners. Some solo 401k basics for business owners with no full-time employees, right? Except your spouse, maybe your spouse. There's two contribution parts to the solo 401k. There's the employee elective deferral, right, on one side, and then there's the employer contribution on the other side. So if you start a solo 401k for your business and yourself, you're making a contribution as an employee, and then you as the business are matching that on top. So they're pretty cool like that. They allow you to put a lot of money away. So for 2025, $23,500 is the employee deferral. And then you can contribute an additional 25% of profits as the employer contribution. So the maximum total for 2025 is $70,000. And then there's a catch-up provision of an additional $7,500 for those ages 50 and over. And then I think there's an additional contribution if you're over 60 or between 60 and 63. So solo 401ks allow for a great deal of savings. You can plow a lot of money in there, and that can lead to a lot of tax savings if you want. That's why we love them. Solo 401ks are fantastic because you can do what we call a mega backdoor Roth contribution. Sounds big. It is big. Let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of the solo 401k. So the advantages: highest contribution limits for self-employed. Borrowing is allowed. So you can borrow up to 15% of the account balance or $50,000. One nice thing about solo 401ks is now all of your other existing IRAs or other outside 401ks can be rolled over into this solo 401k plan, which can enable backdoor Roth contributions, which we really like. Backdoor Roths are different than the mega backdoor Roth, right? So there's some differentiation there, but this is a nice little strategy. And then also employee deferrals to the solo 401k don't count towards QBI deduction calculations or qualified business income. There's obviously some disadvantages too. So they're a little more complex to administer versus like a SEP IRA or something like that. If the account in your solo 401k has more than $250,000 in it at year end, you must file Form 5500 EZ. It's a big deal if you don't file this form. The penalties are massive.